Hello, this is Miss Pudding here to present our next hero guide featuring Maliken, an obvious abbreviation for Malibu Ken, Malibu Barbie's romantic interest. Before I delve into the bulk of this guide, let's quickly cover the basics of his abilities. Maliken's first skill, Sword Throw, is exactly what it sounds like. He throws his sword out in target direction like a boomerang, dealing damage and slowing any units it passes through. With another press of the button, he can also teleport to the sword while it's in the air. His second skill, Sword of the Damned, can basically either increase his damage at the cost of health, or decrease it to heal himself with each attack. Maliken's stance can be changed easily to suit the situation. Third, Hellborn Zeal is a passive skill. As Maliken loses health, he gets angrier, increasing his attack speed and effectively amplifying the benefits of orb effects such as lifesteal. His ultimate skill transforms him into a raging demon with a ranged attack and splash damage, also causing enemy players to run around him in fear like headless chickens. The disable goes through magic immunity, making him a very powerful initiator or follow-up when combined with his sword throw. As a typical skill build for Maliken, the first skill you should focus on leveling is Sword Throw, since both the range and damage output increase with level, giving him more mobility early on. Sword of the Damned should also be leveled before his passive ability, since increased attack speed isn't as useful until you have higher damage per hit. His ultimate should be grabbed as soon as it's available, followed by his passive ability and stats. Here you can see how devastating Maliken's Sword Throw can be early game. With its high damage output and slow, the skill pairs well with allies in the lane to get early kills. In this clip, we see Maliken luring them Dr. Repulsors in with the promise of candy in the trees. This spot happens to be just close enough to the creep wave that when provided sight of Repulsor chasing into there, they walk up and block him off as Maliken leaves him to make some new friends. Sword of the Damned is also particularly useful during the laning phase, for last hitting and extra health regeneration. You can actively switch between the two, healing while denying creeps, and using the bonus damage for killing enemy creeps. Don't underestimate the usefulness of switching from damage to healing when low on health. When the skill is maxed out, you heal a set 40 damage per attack. Combined with the bonus attack speed, the extra health may make just enough difference to keep you alive. Something about Maliken's ultimate that people tend to overlook or aren't even aware of is that it gives him a massive amount of bonus armor for the first 2 seconds after activation, which fades out over the following 5 seconds. The bonus armor helps him survive when initiating in a teamfight, or if you just need a boost in armor in a bad situation. For items, I'd almost always suggest getting Steam Boots. They are a cheap way to boost your attack speed, which Maliken has a serious lack of when he's not low on health. The bonus strength is also a plus. Another great item to get on Maliken is Whispering Helm. Generally, when building Maliken, you should focus on survivability and damage output. The cost of this item is more than worth the benefits, since you get bonus armor, damage, and lifesteal. The lifesteal will counter the health he loses when he has his sword set to damage, so you can have it on almost all the time. And when you switch to healing, the lifesteal will stack with the bonus health you get per hit. But most importantly, the earlier you get this item, the better, since you can use it to dominate a neutral creep and stack Ancients for optimal gold income. Insanitarius is another item I'd recommend. It gives you, at will, the same plus 25 strength as the 3200 gold axe of the Malphai, along with a number of other bonuses. When timed correctly, the extra health can save you in a bad situation. Or for your casual games, you could get Elder Parasite. From there, or if, depending on the situation, you've decided not to get Insanitarius, as I mentioned earlier, Shrunken Head is a great item to get on Maliken, since it'll help you survive when launching yourself to the center of a team battle to use your ultimate. Without spell immunity, you're an easy target a few seconds later. Speaking of launching yourself toward enemy heroes, when you do so, try teleporting behind your opponent and using the advantage of the movement speed slow to physically block them while getting a few extra hits in. This can be achieved by walking back and forth in front of the direction they're headed. While it's always good practice to carry a homecoming stone, it's especially useful to have one when playing Maliken or another blinking hero. By sword throwing into the trees, you can teleport out safely where your opponents cannot reach you. This may seem like a common practice, but for many players it doesn't come to mind once they're in a stressful situation. Alright, I guess that's all we've got for now. Thanks everyone for your continued support, and we hope you enjoyed our guide. We also hope you enjoy customizing your Malibu Ken with fun accessories. Malibu Ken, now with new hat.